Alright, welcome to my playthrough of Mass Effect 2. This is the direct sequel to the original Mass Effect game, so while technically speaking, you don't need to have experienced the original Mass Effect to understand the story of Mass Effect 2, I strongly, strongly encourage that you familiarize yourself with the original Mass Effect, either by playing it yourself or watching my playthrough before embarking on this journey that is Mass Effect 2. Reason being, BioWare conceived Mass Effect as a trilogy. Like, it was, from the get-go, going to be a trilogy of games. So it is one single continuous experience overarching 3 parts. And it was really one continuous story. So, there's going to be, if you haven't experienced Mass Effect 1, there's going to be some things you don't understand. There's going to be some things you don't get the importance of. But you should still be able to experience the self-contained game of Mass Effect 2. Now, there's some really interesting things to note about Mass Effect 2. First of all, by this point, BioWare has been acquired by EA. BioWare is now a fully owned subsidiary of Electronic Arts, so they're able to take their vision for this epic game and bring a big game company budget from Electronic Arts to bringing this game to realization. So they really step up their games. The graphics quality is hugely improved. The ambition, like what they try and do in terms of storyline and gameplay and things like that, again, hugely improved, very, very ambitious. All the major choices in the original Mass Effect, which you made, carry through and have effects. Maybe not in Mass Effect 2, but a lot of them do have an effect in Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3, or both. So, what are some of the changes we're going to see? First of all, one of the complaints and one of the thoughts that BioWare had about the original Mass Effect game is that it was too complex from a mechanics perspective. Any given character in the original Mass Effect, when leveling them up, had about 12 or 13 different skills, and there were like 15 or 16 different levels of each skill, and there was a lot of like menu-based leveling up work to be done, as well as a huge inventory system, like you get a whole bunch of different kinds of assault rifle, and then with each assault rifle you have add-ons like frictionless materials or a recoil dampener, and then you have all kinds of different ammunition and everything like that, and it was just very complex, and they felt that there was too much mechanics getting in the way of the cinematic story and character-based experience. So in Mass Effect 2, they've tried to streamline it. Now, instead of the massive skill tree with multiple different levels, each character has 4 of each. Each character has 4 different skills, and there are 4 different levels of each skill. Now, level 4 of the skill is kind of a branching path. So you go do level 1, level 2, level 3, and then at level 4 you can choose which version of the skill you want. So take, for example, they're like an explosion-based skill, right? If you have like an explosion-based skill, level 4 might give you 2 options. The first one being increase the radius of the explosion by 3 times. So if you have a cluster of enemies, you capture so many more enemies in the explosion. Whereas the other path might be keep the radius of the explosion small, but ramp the damage up by 500%. So you do a massive amount of damage to a single enemy. That's the way they've chosen the character building system in Mass Effect 2. As well, the inventory system is, again, very, very streamlined. No longer do you get massive amounts of assault rifles and add-ons and different kinds of ammunition. Each weapon is its own self-contained thing. And when you get that weapon, that's it. There's no modification of the game. There's not 3 different versions of that weapon. There's just that weapon. You got that weapon. Congratulations. So as such, the weapons are much more sparsely populated throughout the game. You get this weapon when you get it, and not before or not after. There's no randomization. It is predetermined when you get that. So it's very, very streamlined and very, very much so more focused on the cinematic and character-based experience of Mass Effect. So that's actually kind of really, really, really cool, because Mass Effect 2 is much, much more character-driven than Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1 is a very plot-driven story that happens to have some very, very strong characters and some very interesting characters, and the characters really drive the plot forward, but the game itself is plot-driven. Mass Effect 2 is very, very character-driven. There is a plot, but it's the character stories which drive the plot forward. The other thing, they kind of also brought in some really, really big names in terms of voice acting. For example, Martin Sheen is one of the voice actors in Mass Effect 2. And by the way, he does an amazing job. You're going to recognize his voice. Like, if you know who Martin Sheen is, you're going to recognize his voice instantly. And it doesn't matter because it is so brilliant. You forget the actor and you just get the character. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, Mass Effect 2 is also where BioWare really stepped up their game on the DLC, or downloadable content front. There is a massive amount of DLC in Mass Effect. I think I inadvertently made a little bit of a joke there. So there are 3 flagship story DLC which they've added to Mass Effect 2. I have all 3 of them installed, and I will be going through all of them. Overlord, Lair of the Shadow Broker, and Arrival. Lair of the Shadow Broker, by the way, is something that got almost everybody's attention because it was just such a massive undertaking for DLC, and it is just so amazingly awesome. So we will be going through all of Overlord, Lair of the Shadow Broker, and Arrival DLC. They've also got some extra kind of storyline in Firewalker, which I have. But that one's really kind of a more of a gameplay mechanic. Again, like one of the changes, in the original Mass Effect, there's lots of big empty worlds. Which I like, because if you're exploring worlds that have never been settled, they're going to be big and empty. It added to the sense of realism from my perspective. And you drove around them on the Mako, and you found the mission or the minerals or whatever, and then you did that, and then you left. Very realistic. I liked it. Let's face it, not terribly interesting. So what they did is they got rid of the Mako entirely. There is no Mako in this game, at least you don't ever get to drive the Mako. Firewalker was a bit of an experiment on their part. They've introduced a new vehicle called the Hammerhead, which compared to being a 6-legged tank, which the Mako was, the Hammerhead is a hover tank. Can't take anywhere near as much punishment as the Mako can, but it's a hell of a lot faster and it's a hell of a lot more engaging to play because you can do a lot more with a hover tank than you can with a 6-wheel tank. So there's that. They also added two DLC characters, each of which have their own storyline missions. Zaid, a mercenary for hire, and Kasumi, the galaxy's best thief. Not the most famous, because she's the best. Do you see the difference? Both of which have complete stories of their own. Kasumi's is much more interesting than Zaid's, in my opinion. Again, you will be seeing those stories. And there's all kinds of other DLC, like there's weapons packs, there's armor packs, there's alternate appearance packs for the secondary characters and things like that, so you can change the costumes and so on and so forth. Speaking of, another big difference to the inventory system in Mass Effect 2 over Mass Effect 1. In Mass Effect 1, armor was armor. You were wearing this set of armor. I never actually mentioned it in my Mass Effect 1 playthrough, but I was wearing the Colossus X armor the entire way through. And then the weapons had all kinds of customization. I've already mentioned that the weapons in Mass Effect 2 are, you get this weapon. That's it. Done. The armor is the other way around. There are no armor, like complete armor set. Well, there are some. the usually parts of DLC. So, for example, because I pre-ordered the collector's edition of Mass Effect 2, I got the Terminus armor included, which is a complete armor set. I'm not going to be wearing it because what I prefer to do in this one is you get modular armor. So you get shoulder guards, you get torso, you get helmet, you get legs, you get gauntlets, things like that. And you get to customize and you get to mix and match. Each bit of armor has its own different strengths, and you get to customize to your own play style. Do you prefer having lots of health and you don't care as much about shields? Do you like having lots of shields and you don't care as much about health? Would you rather have more ammo at the expense of having less shields and health, and so on and so forth, right? So this game is much more character-driven. It's also a lot faster paced than the original Mass Effect. The original Mass Effect was relatively slow paced in terms of storytelling style, which, again, I like because it's introducing you to a very, very fully developed world, and I think that slower pace is necessary when doing that. Mass Effect 2, on the other hand, is picking up that world and expanding upon it. It doesn't have to spend as much effort introducing you to all the different concepts of the world because you're already introduced to them. It can just pick up and go, as well as they just wanted the pace of the game to be much, much faster, and that's what you're going to see. So, I talked for long enough. I love the Mass Effect series in full. There's a reason I'm wearing a Mass Effect N7 shirt with the Commander Shepard stripe. I really hope you enjoyed Mass Effect 1, and I really hope you enjoy me for this journey on Mass Effect 2. So let's get to it, alright?
Shepard did everything right, more than we could have hoped for. Saving the Citadel, even saving the Council, humanity has the trust of the entire galaxy. And still, it's not enough.
Our sacrifices have earned the Council's gratitude, but Shepard remains our best hope.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time? The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either. I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker. Shepard. Liara, go. Now. Aye, aye. Everybody in! Go, go, go! Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy! I can still save her!
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack!
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of her surroundings. Oh my god, Miranda. I think she's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. She's not ready yet. Give her the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost her.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Moving, we need to get to the shuttles. Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
Critical system damage. Engage.
Nice work, Shepard. Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long. More reinforcements heading your way. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
You've been spotted.
Take the elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, read me. I've got them closing in on my position. Progress is slow. but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Incoming! Get over here! Shepard! Stand up!
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit him with the good stuff.
They're through my shields!
Allied force casualty.
Falling back.
Excuse me. Losing power. Engaged. Backup systems engaged.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me. How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean, cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it, what they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting. At us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get her out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
They've seen us.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned down. I'll see what I can do. Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh, God! I'm hit! They shot me!
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who she was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter her identity in any way, if she's somehow not the woman she used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall. Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but Whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe and then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did she wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... You can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if she's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I am not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss. But after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
Threat detected. Excuse me. Requesting assistance. Reloading power. Reloading power. Subdue and suppress. Critical system damage. Nuclear offline. Requesting assistance. Reloading power.
Come on over!
Excuse me.
Gotta hurt!
Critical system damage. Backup systems engaged.
No shields!
Reloading power. Engaged. Requesting assistance. Critical system backup unit engaged.
recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get her to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on,